Sup, my name is Rue for TheCouncilNetwork. Welcome to the Dragon Ball episode 59 review. I know this is a little bit late compared to when I typically release my Sunday videos. It's Monday. I know I still have the Clash of Champions review that has to drop out, and I'm terribly sorry. You guys may be getting like three things tonight. No, you may get 3 videos. That's what I meant to say. Everything's just been hectic because I'm trying to get stuff done for the other channels before we get to Luke Cage, because I want to put all my time and effort into that, just like I did with Jessica Jones, and do it 1 per day. So that's your updated schedule. That's going to actually happen. And then we have Flash and Arrow coming back next week. So, and then of course Comic-Con the week after, Comic-Con New York for me. So it's insane. It's great for the network, and everyone who's subscribing, thank you. It means the world. Honestly, it does. So, oh, by the way, real quick, because I know I'm going to get off topic. For anyone who's watching this and wondering where the TMNT episode is, they're going to premiere it at Comic-Con New York. So I'm going to try to get into the panel, and I will let you know how the episode goes. How the guys go. Anyway, let's talk about Dragon Ball Super. Beerus apparently has the power when he erases you forever, even in the future, even though we know that's not a thing. Oh, Beerus is so funny. And at the same time, we pretty much know more questions than anything we expected, and that drove me nuts in this episode. How is Zamasu still alive in the future when Beerus' power is supposed to erase him? I think I may have an answer to that, and that is why I'm going to be jumping across different sections of the episode and pulling different elements out so I can actually basically give my thoughts. The first part I want to talk about, and maybe it's my extensive, oh my god, how does this work on The Flash, that leads me into believing this. Remember they said about 10 episodes back when they showed the time ring that, oh, this universe was just recently made. Something tells me that Trunks' timeline is a completely alternate, separate, world from Goku's world. Let's say Goku and Vegeta's and Beerus. Because when Beerus wipes out Zamasu, he's wiping a clean slate for the future of their section. But Trunks' world is completely separate ever since the Cell Saga. That's just my 2 cents on it, and that's the only way this makes sense. But the biggest question of the episode, and I'm still scratching my head about it, and I will be for the next 7 days, who the hell is Black? And, oh my god, can I get a brochure for that, place that they were staying at? That looked gorgeous. It looked better than what they had in SAO when they were on vacation. I want that. I really fucking do. I know people are going to hate me as I said SAO. Fuck SAO. Honestly, though, Zamasu was out to kill Gowasu, who is probably the dumbest anime character in the world. Yes, I actually said that. There's probably 10 more, but geez, come on. Gowasu, you really thought he knew the error of his ways, and you're going to sit here, oh, that's very nice. Let me drink this tea with you that you probably totally did not poison. Oh, wait, you're trying to chop my head off. I also knew that Beerus had something planned. He wasn't going to let Gowasu die, but he had to let him die, and then we, time warp back, which we saw in Revival F in the arc and in the movie. And that's nice that they actually went back and used that, so that way they can have the proof, hey, look, he tried to kill you. This is him killing you, but we went back in time, so we kind of fucked with that, so you could stay alive. And don't fuck with Beerus, because that music change, oh my god, the chills I felt down my spine when I saw that going on. I was like, yo, that's really, really fucked up. But I like how Goku is so just bluntly dumb at times when Beerus is like, hey, listen to me. Just go along with this. And then Goku's like, what? What? Goku wants to fight you. No, I don't. You fucking idiot. Just go with it so we can bait him. And there is one thing I do want to touch upon that I've been seeing a lot lately, is that people are saying that Dragon Ball Super is so focused on Goku, and it's like Vegeta gets the shit end of things. All the other characters get the shit end of things. I do have to agree with that to some degree. Some degree. But I don't know, because it felt like Revival F, Vegeta was going to have that moment, but then they took it from last minute, and I thought that was really shitty. And I was kind of hoping when we got to Revival F, in Dragon Ball Super, they were going to change that. And the reason I bring this up is because next week, when they go to the future in the preview, who's the one attacking everyone first? It's Vegeta. Vegeta, you're going to get fucked again. So Goku can go in there. Also, we also found out in this episode that Black is immortal. So how does that work? But who is he? And I didn't know they found the Super Dragon Balls twice. My brain is hurting just from the thoughts of this episode. And maybe it wasn't as coherent as usually the Flash is, because the Flash just explains it better. And I think what's probably going to happen is next week we'll find out who Black is, and we'll get his whole thing. The week after, they'll explain how the timeline and what Beerus does actually affects it. And I think that's when everything will be more coherent than it is right now. Because the way it is right now just makes me go, like, over and over to my head and go, I don't understand this. Younger Trunks having that moment with his older self, trying to say, hey, you think you're a Saiyan? Like, what? You're sitting there moping. Stop moping. Be the proud Saiyan you are. Do whatever it takes to win. And I think that is going to lead to something. But I believe I said a few times, I hope that Trunks goes Super Saiyan Blue. But I don't know, because I don't think it's even going to happen, which is disappointing, because I really wanted to see it, but I think that they don't want to pull the trigger on it, and probably, if we're lucky, we'll get Goku and Vegeta probably fusing again, even though they don't want to. That's going to be the only way they can really defeat Black. And then Black is going to have some kind of power-up. I don't know, because the problem is, how do you deal with someone who's immortal in the future timeline? How do you deal with that? How do you sit here and go, oh, this is how we're going to defeat you? It just feels like they cannot defeat Black. There is no way that you could just physically beat on him till he dies. He's not going to die. Even if you rip something in his chest, he's not going to die. What they're probably going to have to do is get the Super Dragon Balls, and something tells me this arc is not going to resolve until after the tournament, because why make a big deal about the tournament still going to be a thing with the God of All, unless they tell the God of All and he just goes and wipes it all out, which would be a really cruddy ending, just like what they could have done in this episode, where when basically Beerus wiped them out, they could have ended the whole thing there and been like, it's fixed. It's absolutely fixed. You got no problem, man. You got no problem. That would have been terrible. It really would have been. When Whis put the glove on Zamasu and it was a cat, I was like, what the hell is the meaning of that? And then I started laughing at it, because I thought it was really funny, to be completely honest. And I like how Beerus tells him, oh, that's just mortal logic, because when you kill the androids, it's because you're immortal. But I'm not mortal. I'm a god. And because I'm a god, my powers go deeper than yours, and it erases from time and space. But, of course, we find out in the next episode that it didn't. But my whole head is just like, is kind of just pounding. I don't think that place that Black and Zamasu were at is Earth. I think they just, obliterate Earth. Their plans are pretty much in motion. Then we have a few more humans to kill. And then they're good. Then they could just chill out and make that utopia. But the thing is, who the hell is Black? I'm all out of ideas. I mean, I kind of wanted to jokingly say, hey, Vegeta's Black. I mean, can you imagine Vegeta took, Goku's thing? I don't even think that's a thing, but I don't know what to think anymore, because every time you think you got something figured out, they twist it, and there's a new element to it, and you're sitting there going, huh? We knew Zamasu was, immortal. Okay, cool, that made sense. But now Black is immortal? What? How do you deal with someone who's immortal? This is like Vandal Savage problem. You gotta, find a way to go back to the solution. They tried that, and obviously it didn't affect this. I think that time ring, something with the time ring is going to affect it. Something has to. That or the Super Dragon Balls in the tournament arc that, I guess, would follow this will probably be the big thing that they, say, alright, let's leave it alone for now and then go resolve it then. Maybe that's how they do it. I don't know. I'm lost. Great episode regardless. It just made me question what the hell's going on. And if I have to rate it, 7.5 out of 10 because it made me too many questions. If I was being serious about it without the question thing, 8 out of 10. It was a solid episode. And I will see you guys for the WWE review. Till then.